Hello the internet and welcome back to the channel. It is Friday the 17th of July. This is day 17 of Julive. Now what is Julive? Julive is where I go live every single day on the YouTube channel right here on Gives a Minute on YouTube. You know I do live content on DLive daily, but this is an additional stream in the morning, 9 a.m. Australian time, whatever the time it is for you, every single day. But I gotta tell you, this is not my process. This is not my concept. This is not my... I did not come up with this idea. This is the brainchild of the Danny Black. Now, who's Danny Black? An ex-friend of mine. He turned into be a little bit of an egomaniac, but I want to give him props. This is his concept. I'm going to put his link in the chit chat right now. If you want to go ahead and give him certain thanks or whatever you want to do, you can go to his channel. I linked it in the chit chat. This is his concept. He took the word July and added live and flipped it around and made Julive. And then he went live in July 2017. And then he didn't do it again. He went in 2018. Hang on. He went live in July in 2018 and I couldn't. This is my third time, isn't it? Is this my second or third time doing Julive? I feel like this is my second time. Yeah, he must have done 2018. I did 2019 and 2020. That's what's happened. Yeah. So there you go. That's Danny Black's channel. Yeah, a pretty cool concept, right? I mean, the idea of going live every day, that's not a cool concept, but the idea of calling it Julive, that's a cool concept. Danny come up with that. I'm going to give him the props. By the way, can I just ask, is everything okay with this stream? Because I am using an updated OBS. I hate updating software when it already works, but we have had a lot of issues on DLive, oddly enough, not here on YouTube. These streams have been seamless, but last night on DLive, my stream cut out 5 times in a row, and within the first 15 minutes of the stream, and then it was random times. So what I did was I reluctantly downloaded the update to OBS for a Mac, which is always sketchy. I saved the old one. I just renamed it OBS old, and I just installed the new one over the top, and I'm using it now. I hope this is good. I hope this is good. Now let me go ahead and acknowledge the chit chat here because we're talking about your favorite food. The volume is a little low. Interesting, Mindy. The volume is a little low. Let me just check that. I don't know how that could have changed because I haven't actually touched anything to do. Okay, I'm checking on here. I don't think that's any different. Mindy. I don't know. I've got you turned way up. Really, Mindy? Are you on a different device at all? That's really strange. I haven't done anything to the volume. Is this actually live? Acidic Burrito. It looks pre-recorded. Quality is very good. This is certainly live. I'm going to get to the chat. Mindy, I haven't done anything with the audio volume at all. Is it possible I'm using a wrong microphone setting? Nope, I'm on the same setting there. That's very strange. Maybe I could turn up the system gain slightly, although it's usually pretty close to the top. I mean, I turned it up very, very slightly. I don't know if that made any difference. Mindy, I don't know what to say. I haven't... Oh, I did turn off the noise gate, but that wouldn't change the volume level. Yeah, I haven't done anything like that. I'll check this back after the stream and I'll see if I can dig deeper into why that might be the case. But I haven't done anything in terms of volume. But that's an interesting little glitch, right? The overall system volume gets lowered when you update the OBS software. That's awesome. Well, I don't mind if that's the only issue. Let me be clear. If that's the only issue, then we're good, right? We can adjust that through minor tweaks, but... So back up in the chit chat, I want to address the chit chat because we're going to be talking about your favorite foods on this stream. That's what the deal is. It's a request from Mindy from a couple of days ago. She suggested a few different topics we could hit, and this is a good one. So Mindy began the chat with lobster is my favorite of mine, with just a little butter to dip it in with maybe a loaded baked potato and steamed asparagus. Now, I want to hit on that. A couple of points. I've never had lobster like that. And when I said that in the chat, I kind of should have clarified. I've never had... Oh, shit, Mindy, you know what that could be? I just had a thought. I'm just looking at it right now. I actually got... I'm sorry, this is not lobster related, but I just had a thought. What could have happened? My microphone XLR cable goes into the cloud lifter, then it comes out through a patch cable, and it goes into the Apogee Element 46. But for the interviews that we're going to be running, I need to send this audio into another audio device. So what I picked up the other day was a Y cable, which takes one signal and splits it into two, and therefore both cables get the same signal. Now that may have lowered the overall gain from one signal, because I did patch that into the equation last night and didn't check it. If that's the case, what I can do is I can up the gain on the input of my mic from 36. I'll double it to 38, or I'll go up by 2 to 38. Maybe that's what we needed to do, because I'm splitting the signal into two and therefore maybe it degrades it slightly. I turned it up to 38. Let me know if that's any better. Wow, I love these the way these kind of get worked out. Okay, back on the topic. And hang on. Let me come back to the asparagus and the lobster stuff. Let me get through the chat. Robert, hey Benon, my favorite meal would be pizza or avocado on toast. And both of those are up there with my favorites. I used to work as a pizza chef and I love avocado on toast. Rob, you and I. But I can honestly say I've never had lobster, but pizza, heck yeah, Rob. Why haven't you had lobster? Do you not like seafood? Mindy, no, not that at all. And we have a lot of seafood in this country. I just never sat down with a whole lobster and gone, okay, let's eat. I might have had lobster in burgers. Maybe I've had lobster in don't they put lobster in seafood extender? But I've never actually gone and said, oh, I'll take a lobster, thanks. Never. And by the way, it's very expensive in this country. I don't know if that's right, because we get access to so much seafood, both freshwater and saltwater. Although you can't have freshwater seafood. That'd be freshwater crustaceans, because seafood comes from the sea. I remember seeing a sign as a kid, saltwater seafood. I was like, well, that'd be all of it, wouldn't it? There's no other seafood, because the salt sea is saltwater. Mindy says, you can't really say you like pizza without saying exactly what type of pizza you got. Yeah, there's a million different combinations. Rob came in with a banging comment, I like pizza. Okay, you want to specify, Robski? But I said for me, it's thin pizza, Italian style all the way, absolutely. And I know there's a variety of, like the Americans love your deep dish pizzas, and some of that's okay, but if you're going to go traditional, you want thin crust pizza. And so what we know as the crust is the outer edge, but I think Mindy's referring to the whole base as crust. I hope Robert comes back. I want to know what he likes in his pizza. Me too. Mindy, Benon, since you worked as a pizza place, are you able to make your own crust? Yes, we definitely make our own bases, and I'll explain why we were so famous for them as well in a minute when I get there. And there you go. Mindy's up in the house. Volume is a bit low. I got you turned away. Okay, cool. And there's Acidic Burrito. Now, if anyone would like food, Acidic Burrito, you could be the guy to ask, right? Acidic Burrito. Maybe it's just me. Tim's in the house. G'day, Tim. Hey, I'm just shopping at JB Hi-Fi. I'll be back to join you in 10 to 15. Thanks, Tim. I'd love to hear your favorite foods. Any tips on making pizza? I can give you some tips. TKK9090, honey soy chicken wings or kebabs is my favorite. Shit, yeah. Love a good kebab. Lobster bisque is good too, the soup, okay. Or smashed avocado with tomato, feta, and salt and pepper. Shit, yeah. Good question, Acid. Mindy, yum, TKK. Mindy, is this audio better for you? I did up a notch slightly. I hope that's a little better for you. That's the bottom of the chit chat. Let's bring it up on screen so we can all play along. Let me go back up. So, what did the lobster or the asparagus? Now, I got a secret just a little thing that I appreciate, right? Now, this is a little weird. We all know what asparagus does, right? We all know. Don't pretend you don't know what asparagus does. I kind of like that. I like that musty pea smell. You eat a couple of sticks of asparagus. You eat 3 sticks of asparagus in your meal, and you take a slash, and suddenly it's a musty, funky, unique, acidic-y smell, right? Now my pea doesn't smell like that normally, and I like things a little bit out of the ordinary. I'm not gonna lie. I love it when, you know, shit's a bit weird. I kind of get a kick out of that. I don't know what asparagus does for me other than make my pea smell. I don't think it tastes that great. It's kind of like a watery green vegetable. You just kind of eat it. I mean, you got butter on it. Normally, it's like a couple of steaks of it lined, not a couple of sprigs of it lined over a steak with some butter and some salt and pepper. It's like, okay, all right, this isn't great. It's not like you're going to taste it and go, what? You just taste it and you're like, yeah, all right. But then in 20 minutes, and you're out there slashing, and you're like, oh, this is the food that keeps on giving, right? It gives me a little bit of extra taste on my meat, on my, what was the saying yesterday in the cut of meat. It gives me a nice taste on my cut of meat. But then you get a little extra bang later on. I kind of like it. I kind of like that. It's a little better, Mindy. Okay, Mindy, I'm going to go up another 2. This is good to know, Mindy. I'm going to put it up to 40. So my mic input is now going to be on 40. That's. I used to have it on 37, and this is a powerful system here, bringing in my audio. So hopefully that's better. I can see it getting louder in the. I can see the levels peaking a little higher, which is good. Arguably, I don't need to hear that clearly, so I could even turn down my headphone mix. Thank you for letting me know this, Mindy. I'm going to turn my headphone mix down to -22. That's how we're going to roll with this today. This is good to make these changes to the system. Stinky P, yeah, right? How cool is it? Now look, back up in the question of the pizza. So I did work in a pizza restaurant or a cafe. It's a restaurant called a cafe. I worked in the pizza bar. It's an open part of the kitchen which faced into the restaurant, and people that you could dine there, and you could either get pizzas or you could get full a la carte menu. So it was called The Strand. Now I've turned my volume down a little. You had to turn your volume down? Was that too much, was it? Oh wow, okay. Oh, that's better for you. I think I'll leave it at that. I think I know that what I've done. I think the splitter. Obviously, if you're splitting something in half, you technically can only lose some from each. So that's probably what that was. Acidic Burrito, best TV show for a TV dinner. Interesting question. I would say right now I'm watching Game of Thrones. Now I know it's finished already. I know it finished terribly. Don't spoil it. I'm watching it. I'm up to season 2. I've already seen up to season 4, but I'm going back and watching it again to get to the crap, right? The shit, the ending. Now it's perfect. Thank you, Mindy. Thank you. Okay, cool. Good to know. And I mean, I would not have come across that unless I had have happened to look down and see the other, because I'm not using the other one yet. It's just sitting there naked or not plugged in. And I thought, oh, wait a second. I put the Y cable on last night. That's what it is. Yeah, what are you watching, Acidic? What's your favorite watch right now on the television? But what I wanted to show you, The Strand. This is where I used to work. Let's go and find it. I guess you could hit Cafe Strand. Strand meaning beach in German. Cafe Strand Glenelg, I guess. Yeah, there you go. The Strand Cafe restaurant. So the Strand translates to the beach, auf Deutsch, but this is nothing to do with German. This is just the name. Here we go. This is their website. I haven't seen their website for a number of years, actually. Looks like it's changed. I supplied a bunch of photos for the site back in the day. They won so many awards. Speaking of asparagus, bam, right there on the front page. It's very, 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 very nice food. Although my history with this restaurant now, they've just changed owners, which kind of sucks. But not just, a couple of years ago now. Margarita, there's their pizza. So let's see if we can see pictures of, I'm sure Ante's on the front page here. Oh, there's Lino, head chef. Big guy. That's a good picture of Lino, actually. Isn't that funny? When I began DLive, literally the currency on DLive was Lino, and I've worked under Lino, the head chef at the Strand, for like 10 years. And I was like, wow, they called their currency Lino? That's pretty unique, pretty cool. Who else is on here? I thought there'd be other photos on here. I guess there's other photos in the menu section. A good TV show is absolutely fabulous. I've never seen it, Mindy. Never seen it. In the pizza bar, wood oven pizza. Margarita leg ham. I wanted to... Tony Soprano, I bet that's Ante's. I wanted to tell you about one that I used to really enjoy making called the Fantasia. I'm sure it's still here. Oh, they've taken it off the menu. No, it's not there anymore, the Fantasia. Oh, that sucks. Man, they've only got a small pizza menu now. What the hell? And calzone. Cacciatore, same as it's always been. They've only got what? They've only got 8 pizzas on the menu? Holy shit, man. Wow, that's weird, dude. I mean, sorry, I don't want to go down memory lane here, but there used to be heaps more pizzas on the menu, and one of them was the Fantasia. Ashley is a person. My favorite food is pupusas. Pupusas? What's up? And by the way, Ashley, hello? Not Ashley, Ashlyn. Ashlyn, hello, Ashlyn. I'm going to give you a little cheers. Ashlyn, this cheers is for you. Good to see you, good to have you, good to know you. Now, what the hell is a pupusa? Let me have a look. A pupusa. P-U-P... Pupusa. It sounds like a seafood. Pupusa? Pupusas. Pupusas. What is in a pupusa? A pupusa is a thick griddle cake or flatbread from El Salvador and Honduras made with cornmeal or rice flour, similar to a Venezuelan or Colombian arepa. In El Salvador, it has officially been declared the national dish. Okay, cool. Looks like a flat pancake, like maybe it's like a not a sweet pancake, or kind of looks. What is it served here with? Interesting. Looks rad. Looks really nice. I can't say I've had one though. Yeah, very cool. Very cool stuff. Acidic, what's your experience like with DLive Coin? Good or bad? Okay, I guess this is the beauty of a live stream. We can swap the topic slightly. I've had nothing but good things to say about DLive, and if you're talking about the finances on DLive, wow, I've nothing bad to say about that at all. Very, very cool. Very cool. I'm a verified partner over there, and I've staked in my Lino, and I've staked in my BTT, and I get the partner bonus, and I've got nothing to complain about. Nothing. Oh, the only thing I would complain about is that when the partner bonus was launched, hardly anyone took it up, and so the bonus was bigger because the pool was getting split with less people. But now that everyone's taken it up, the reward is less because we're divvying it out amongst many more people. Whereas when I first took the partner bonus, I was like, what? Seriously? And it lasted like that for about 2 weeks, and then slowly every partner kind of worked out how to stake, and it was a tricky process how to stake your BTT and go and get the TronLink wallet and get the TRX and all that crap. It was a little tricky. I got onto it immediately, and yeah, it was very beneficial, but then slowly we saw it dropping because more people are doing it. There's also been a couple of other things. A lot of whales got in on the action, but I think that's been resolved. But we're talking about food here. I was going to tell you the Strand. So we made our own crust, our own dough, right? And we had a little specific thing that we did, which was kind of unique. Now, for those that know, to make a pizza crust or a pizza dough, you need a certain amount of ingredients. You need flour. Basically, you need flour, water, oil, you need yeast, and you need something to activate the yeast so that it can grow, right? The yeast has to, the dough has to grow, right? So you typically, and I know this from making beer as well, it's like you're fermenting, but basically you're fermenting. And so you need some sugars to attack the yeast. And that's the activation process. When you add sugar to yeast with a combination of water and some oils and some flour, you get an activation, you get a growth, right? A microorganism growing. Now, as you all know, sugar comes in many different varieties, right? You could put, for instance, you could put white sugar in there, you could put brown sugar, you could put caster sugar, you could put anything you want, right? Acidic burrito, any type of flour, any specific type of flour. In this instance, we would use what they call pizza flour. I'm not so sure exactly how that flour differs from regular flours, but we used to get it. It was just called pizza flour. I'd have to look into the specifics of the brand to work out why that's different. But what I was going to say is we chose not to use, and this was not Lino, but his sister Danny. This was her recipe from way back as a child. This is an Italian family. Instead of using sugar, we would use a natural sugar in the form of honey. So we wouldn't put any sugar in our dough. We would just put honey in. And so what would happen was you would get a real sort of, you'd get a unique sweet flavor in the dough. Now you might say, well, man, I don't know about that. If you're not making if you're not making a dessert pizza, why would you need it to be sweet? It was so subtle, but it gave the crust or the dough a unique flavor that only the Strand had. Now in Adelaide, in South Australia, where this restaurant's located, we won the award for best pizzas year in, year out. There was like a huge statewide competition where everybody would supply pizzas. They'd have like mystery shoppers come in throughout the month of whatever, and you wouldn't know when, you wouldn't know who, and you just serve them like a regular diner, and they would rank them. And they did this statewide, and we won the award year in, year out because of the uniqueness of our pizzas. Not only were we using the honey in the dough, but we also, instead of using a rolling pin, like, so people would roll and flatten their pizza bases out so they'd be like this, right? Well, we'd hand press it. This is the Italian way. You'd hand press it out. It was really hard on your hands. Like I'd get RSI in my knuckles because we were doing like 60, 70 pizzas a night and all of them hand rolled out. That's on a normal night. On a busy night, fuck man, we'd do over 100 pizzas. And in all wood oven, right? All in a wood oven. And I got all footage of that. So much cool footage of fun times making pizzas. We would hand push these pizzas out, and then you'd put and also we had a little thing, sauce and cheese on first. Never cheese on top, right? Never cheese on top. Never. Never heard of pizza flour. Yeah, it's just, guess I could bring up a picture of it, I suppose. I mean, if I search for pizza flour Adelaide, I'm sure this would bring up manufacturers of it. No. I mean, there's one version there. We had a big 20 kilo bag. I thought it might show us Milano pizza flour. I thought we might be able to see the actual bag we had. I could put 20 kilo in there. That might bring it up. It kind of looked like this bag here, sort of. Anyway, there's a variety of them out there, but yeah, that's what we used to use. BB2, hello BB2, how you doing, man? Good to see you, good to have you, good to know you. We're talking about your favorite foods right now. Yeah, and so we'd hand push these pizzas out, then we'd put the nap sauce and then the cheese and then the toppings. Now, the beauty of that is that you get a very flavorsome pizza, and you still get the cheesy, stringy cheesy thing because it's mozza, but you get the flavors on top, right? On the pizzas where you put all the food, all the toppings underneath, then you layer the cheese over the top. Sometimes it's hard to get that flavor because the first thing that hits the mouth, top part of your mouth, is the cheese, right? But if the other, let's just say, I should tell you the recipe that I really loved. Do you still surf? BB, I've been off surfing with a sore rib, but it's been very heavy out there at the moment. So I'm getting back into it. As soon as my rib, I should be here today actually, as soon as my rib vest arrives, I'm going to get back out there. I'd love to see the footage of how those pizzas were made. Mindy, when I said I got footage of it, I probably should have specified most of my footage is like me and Ante and other chefs being dickheads in the restaurant, because it was, I used to bring my camera out and vlog in the restaurant when we were working and just get games and shit. There's a lot of fun games in there. Alexander Wesson, hi there, first time in the live stream. I love the stories. I love chicken parmesan. Hello, Alexander. Good to see you. Nice to have you. Nice to see you. Thank you, man. What a lovely comment. Good to have you here. Acidic Burrito, best place to go for ingredients in Adelaide or just anywhere? I guess the best place would be like the farmer's market, somewhere where you can go and get fresh produce. But of course, in a restaurant, they bring that to you. But we had our own suppliers that would come in. But I wanted to tell you about this one unique pizza, which unfortunately is not on the menu anymore. I can't believe that. It's not even there. They got the Maggi, the Zucca, the barbecue chicken, the Supreme, leg ham, Tony Soprano, that's Auntie's one for sure. The Greek and vegan lovers. The one I wanted to tell you is called a Fantasia. And the way this is unique, instead of using a nap sauce base, we would make a sauce out of, now, Dijon mustard. We made our own mayonnaises, right? So we would use Dijon mustard with mayonnaise, and that would be like a Dijonaise kind of creamy base. And then we'd put the mozza cheese, and then we would use the same chicken from, they don't even have the regular chicken pizza anymore? What the hell? I guess they're using the same chicken here, the roasted oven chicken, which we would use for, that used to just be a regular chicken. Now it's barbecue chicken. We'd use that chicken, but then we'd also put, so you know what a bruschetta is, right? We would use the tomato from the bruschetta, put that on the pizza. Then we'd use, now you might know them as shallots. We call them spring onion in Australia. So we would use spring onion sliced lengthways, and then get this. This is the best, right? Oh, mushrooms as well, and oven mushrooms. Then we would put on top. This is what made this thing: flaked almonds roasted in the oven. We'd roast them so they were nice and some of them were browny golden. Little bit of salt on them. Flaked almonds on top of it, and holy crap, that pizza, the Fantasia, I can't believe it's missing from the menu. It was an easy one to make. We already had all the ingredients. All you had to do was make the Dijon sauce and you're good to go. It's not there on the menu, but that's a shame. But things move and things change. Do you put things on the pupusa like honey or hummus? Yeah, that sounds rad, doesn't it? Pupusa. Folks, we do have a fair few new crew up here in the chit chat, which is really nice to see. Alexander, BB2, Acidic Burrito. It's really lovely to have you guys here on the stream. What I want to do for you now, the regulars, Mindy and Tim, if he's back here, and maybe if Robski's in the chat, you guys will be aware of this. But this month on my live streams, I've been heavily promoting my album. I make music under the moniker of That's So I've got a new album. It's called The Armageddon. I want to give it to you for free. I got a little promo video that'll explain how you can get it for free in the month of July only. So what this content is, it's very specific to this month, and I want to put it in here now for Acidic Burrito, BB2, and Alexander Wesson for your behalf. Take a look at this. When we come back, we can continue talking a little bit about Foodskers. Welcome back to the, no, not a slightly random daily song at all. This is not slightly random, and this is not a song. This is a video to explain to you The Armageddon and how you can get your own copy of The Armageddon. Now, what's The Armageddon? It's my latest release. You know, I've been talking about the music I make under the moniker of That's Well, we've been discussing the latest recording. It's been taking place for the last little while. I'm happy to announce that today is release day, July 1, 2020. Why have I chosen the date July 1st for the release here? No reason except that everything kind of moved towards that being the end point of the recording process. And I figured for the whole month of July, I could promote this album, getting it into your hands. I want to give it to you for free. That's the thing. I want to give you the album for free. So as of today, and right through the whole month of July, there will be a link that I'll make clear to you either in the description here or in the chat. This is the link for you to go to and to nab the album for free, completely for free. You can download those MP3s and go to town. But the reason I want to talk to you more in detail about that is because I also want you to be able to get your hands on a hard copy if you want it. Now, you may not want this. You may just want the songs, and that's cool. But if you do want a hard copy of the album, you're gonna have to buy it, and it's not like you're buying it off a shelf. I'm only gonna print the amount that people order. So from July 1, let's say through to July 30, right? That's the whole month. That's the order process. So if you put your order in anytime in July,
That means you are getting a hard copy of the album, but it hasn't been made yet. At the end of July, I will snap that process off, and if you've ordered, we'll go on and get those printed, and then I'll ship them to you. Now, the cost will be very, very negligible. I'm not looking to make money here. I'm not a musician. I'm a live streamer. I create content. I enjoy making music, but that's not the point of this. The point of it is to have a bit of a laugh. The only reason I want to do the hard copy is because last time with the second umming, so many people wanted a hard copy and I only had 20 made. So this time I'm not making them until I know how many are wanted. So if you do want to nab a hard copy, go to that link, do all the things there. While you're there, grab the download. This here is not the album. This is mocked artwork. This is the cover of the album, but that is not the actual album. On the album, there are a bunch of songs.
There was a time when I tried to explain. It was very blunt, but on the right track. I smoked him hard after a bottle of Jack. And what I said I would never take back. But he took it the way that a schoolboy would.
Without going too deep into the details, I recorded everything. Guitars, bass, lead guitar, rhythm guitar, vocals. You know Duncan, Buzz Kingo. On certain tracks, he came down here and helped out, added his little bit to it as well. That's all listed on the liner notes in the artwork. Another reason why you'd want to get a hard copy. Having Duncan down here to help out with the music was so rad. It was so much fun. But he's not the only guest to appear on the album. Out here in the ocean, one day I was surfing with a South African guy who was holidaying in the next door house. And after a bit of chit-chatting, we got hanging out. And he kind of said, oh, just curiously, do you happen to have an instrument? I mean, I've been missing the guitar. I play a bit of guitar. He came in, we had a jam, we wrote a song. It's on the album. That all came from surfing right here, just random surfing with a stranger.
It's looking for the dream. Today we're gonna feel like never before. Number 3, tomorrow the same.
Also featured on the album is the handiwork of Lachlan Sheehan. Now Lachlan is the sound engineer with Tracer. He did a beautiful, beautiful job at polishing a turd. He didn't just polish a turd, he rubbed that thing until it shone like Jupiter in all of its glory. Does Jupiter shine? I don't know, but whatever Lachlan did, he made this stuff way better than what it was. Lockie, dude, thank you so much, man. Go and have a listen to this and tell me this doesn't sound audibly, sonically insane. Lockie, yeah! There's also a few cover songs in here. Now, you guys wanted me to do 4 Non-Blondes, so I did that. That's in there.
Sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out, what's in my head, and I'm feeling a little peculiar. And so I wake in the
There's also a Pink Floyd cover. There's also an Omnis cover, right? I covered one of my own songs. The rest of that stuff is brand new material for you to enjoy. But that's not all. You know me and music. My favorite band is Ween. I love the band Ween. And so to make this release even more special, I recorded 20 covers of Ween songs, and it's on this album here. The point of me showing you that is That's also for you as part of this package. When you download the album The Armageddon, you get this as a bonus free disc. And if you order a hard copy of The Armageddon, you also get a hard copy of 10 More Songs by Ween.
I don't know where you're coming from, but I wish you'd go away. And I don't know where you get your money from, but I wish I didn't have to be the one to pay. And I'm not sure how to say.
I've chosen to call it 10 More Songs by Ween, but put 20 songs on there to be a little bit silly. But anyway, that's there for you as well. And I'll also throw in some Gives a Minute stickers for those hard copy orders. If you order a hard copy, you'll get some stickers. You'll get 3 things. You'll get the Armageddon, you'll get 10 More Songs by Ween, you get a bunch of Gives a Minute stickers. I might even write a handwritten note on there for you as well. But you have to do it between now, July 1, and July 30. After July 30, there will be no more orders. Whatever it is, the number that we have, the amount, is what we go and order. There'll be about a month delay between when they get manufactured and when I can ship them to you. So if you order any time between now and the end of July, I would expect you to receive your copy of The Armageddon in September. That'd be the earliest. I'd say August will be the production, then there'll be the mail out. I reckon September you'd get it. That's why there's the download link to grab the music right now if you want it. Don't come to me after July and say, I want the album, man. You won't be able to get it. You'll have to go to Spotify's and Apple Music and all that place to buy it. This is the 1 month of opportunity. It's July, the opportunity month. Is that enough promo? I don't know about doing promo for my own music. There it is. I promoted my own music. Now look, while I sit down and take a listen to both The Armageddon and 10 More Songs by Ween, you guys can go back to the live stream. This is not a Slightly Random Daily Song. Just go back to the live stream. I'll see you there.
And here I am. Welcome back.